Day two of the Qatar World Cup. It's in the books, and there's a lot to say about it. We're going to go in chronological order for how the game started today. So if you're just here for the U.S., that'll be the end. If you want to hear about the England and Iran game, we're about to get into that right now. But let us know your thoughts about how the tournament's been so far. Maybe there's like one result in particular that you guys thought was a little crazy. Let us know in the comments. It's only going to get worse. I feel like the potential for things to go wrong in this tournament is insanely high. And I have no doubt that will happen. So speaking of things going insanely wrong, let's talk about the Iran game against England. Now, Jake, you and I, we got these boys in second going through. And I don't know how much of the game you guys got to watch, but what are your like general takeaways from that 6-2 smacking that they got from England?
You go. And I'll keep it brief. I'm feeling pretty damn shaky about having them second in Group B. There was a reason why I kept harping on this is a group of death. Anything can happen. And this is the wrong Iranian team that showed up, especially their back line. Holy shit. It was like they're playing with four guys, the backup keeper, and that was it. And England were just running a romp. They were storming the house. They were blitzkrieging.
They were having fun.
They were going insane. They were going sicko mode. They literally went sicko mode on Iran. And I think you tweeted it out, Jack, that I don't think Carlos Quieroz has conceded that many goals ever, maybe?
He's done it 4 times in 200 games. This was the 4th time.
Yeah. So, I mean, not a good showing by the Iranians.
No.
And I think I sent that tweet about their statistical chance of making out of the group now. It's like 20%, less than 20% or something now. I mean, they really shot themselves in the foot. Like, holy shit. It cannot be understated enough.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen a team come out with a 5-4-1 and concede 6. Like, this was the least Carlos Quieroz team I've ever seen in my life. Like, Egypt at AFCON, this would never happen. They would never let this happen.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
I was honestly shook. What do you think, Connor?
I think Cheyenne in the mud. Cheyenne in the fucking mud.
Cheyenne is so deep.
And he's over there right now, isn't he?
He's over there right now,
bro. He's like laying face down, bro.
Well, I hope he somehow.
Media.
I hope he somehow found some alcohol over there.
I hope he did, dude. He looked like he was really happy, and then there was just like I watched his Instagram story, and he like posted 3 things, and they were all very optimistic, and he looked like he was having a great time. And then it was just a picture of the scoreboard. He was like, well, this sucks. And I was like, it does. Yes, it does. It does.
Every country gets their ass beat. I mean, it happens.
Every country gets their ass beat.
It does. Correct. So I have a funny story about that real quick. I have a coworker that works in our corporate office in Georgia, and he's a big Nigeria fan that I found out. And he bought tickets to Qatar way before he knew that Nigeria was not going to qualify, and he had to cancel all of his plans because Nigeria didn't go. And I was all like, bro, that's actually kind of sad.
That's gotta fucking suck.
Yeah. And he was like, I don't want to go if Nigeria's not going.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. That's wild.
It's a privilege to be at the World Cup.
No. It is. You got to earn that. We know that. We know that better than anybody. After watching the USA, I mean, it's been 8 years since we've gotten to enjoy United States World Cup football, and I'm not going to lie to you. I've been kind of. I mean, I'm sure you can notice from my tone and some of the videos that we do. I'm just not as invested, or I wasn't. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Yeah. So excuse me for taking away. I think that Iran looked subpar, and England looked dangerous. Probably the most dangerous I have ever seen them. Period. And underneath Gareth Southgate, which is just wild. I honestly saw a couple days ago they were like Bukayo Saka is starting over Phil Foden. And I was like, that is the stupidest thing that I have ever heard. And
he took that personally.
And he took that personally. And you know what? More power to him. There's a reason I got him in my my fantasy team. The lad scored two pretty beautiful goals. And yeah, they were having fun. And, you know, Harry Kane performed well in spite of not scoring a goal. Like, they tried to shut him down, but even then, like, he turned it around and he was producing even when he wasn't producing. So
they might have focused on him a little too much. Maybe a little too much focus on Harry Kane.
But even then, 2 assists? Like, come on now. He's embracing that 10 role that he studied under Mourinho. Like, I mean, if this is what Harry Kane does the entire tournament, success. If he does not score a single goal, but he carries on this exact form right here, success.
I would like to see him score some goals.
Well, yeah, I would love to see him score some goals. I want to see some outside of the box shit, but I mean, I don't know. It was a pretty perfect England showing, and I'm kind of scared now going forward. Like, this is the England that we should have been seeing ever since they kind of rose to power with this new crop of lads.
Yeah. I mean, they did concede twice. England did, and
right.
I thought the first goal by Taremi was 100% on Taremi. I mean, straight up baller finish.
The dude literally put the goddamn team on his back. He said, "This is embarrassing. Let me make this somewhat respectable."
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what England could have done there. I mean, I don't remember who was marking him, if it was Stones or Maguire, but it
was a great shot.
Hopefully, I mean, we'll see in England's next group stage games that if they could replicate this form or not.
What did you guys think of Maguire today?
I thought
he looked good.
He was the entire back line, for the most part, they were shutting that long Iran ball over top. They were shutting it down.
Yeah.
It wasn't getting to anyone.
No.
And he looked dangerous off corners too.
Yeah. It is interesting that he hasn't been starting for United. I don't think he's had probably less than 180 minutes this season, probably, for United, I would say. And he just turns into a different man whenever he puts on the England jersey.
Look, I don't want to make this a whole big United thing, but Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, and Marcus Rashford all looked really pretty solid today. And I think that's really indicative of the situation over there.
It's a different pressure. It's a different mentality that they put themselves in. You know, they're just out there and they're playing with. I feel they're playing with their boys when they put on the England jersey. I feel all of these kids really like each other and they really mesh together well. You know, I think at United there's a lot of personalities there, and you know, it's just different playing for your club versus playing for your country.
Correct. Yeah. I think England as a whole lifted them up, and I mean, if this form continues, we've got a serious contender here in England. Like, if they can pull this off for the rest of the group, I'm really interested to see how they do against Wales. I'm
interested to see when they go down a goal, because this was literally the perfect game to make Harry Maguire look good.
Yeah,
because as soon as England are up 2-0, like, they don't have to. They're not going to get stretched out anymore.
It's all confidence. Yep.
And what are they going to do though when they play, you know, Netherlands in the round of 16 or something? I don't even know if that's a potential matchup, and they go down a goal, and so now they have to push the line high, and now Maguire's standing at midfield. That's when we're going to see, like, okay, is he really sharp? Because he had a good shift. So did John Stones, but it's easy to put in a good shift when your attackers are basically scoring every single shot that they're taking. I mean, they had 13 shots and 6 goals. That's crazy.
50% goal conversion, that's unheard of. I get that shit in FIFA.
It's hard to get that on FIFA.
It is, yeah.
So
that's just how good I am. So what can I say?
Yeah.
Your one-on-one record says otherwise, but that's not the topic of the podcast. Yeah. Is there any bright spot for Iran?
Yeah, for a team to come back from a deficit like that, I think.
What's so funny, bro? No, you're trying too hard to say the word for word what you do. Woo! Shit. No fucking way, dude.
6-2.
Dude, Iranians probably think we're laughing at them, dude.
They probably do.
Oh
my god.
No. Oh god.
No, we're really not. We're laughing at me because my connection broke, and now I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was saying. But I think I do. I really do. It really is indicative of a good. Quit laughing, bro. They're gonna think we fucking laugh.
Oh, just go.
So it's indicative of a good, strong. It's indicative of mental fortitude and a team's backbone to score after going down so many goals. I think
I can't look at you.
No, seriously.
I know.
When I was in my
holy shit.
Oh no, this is 10 minutes of wasted footage.
Jack's keeping all this in.
Okay.
You already know he is.
Good.
Anytime I'm like,
there's
anytime I'm like, Jack, please edit that out. He's like, hell no, it's saying it. I think in summary of what I said, you need a strong backbone and you need strong mental fortitude in order to produce offensively when you've gone down so many goals. So that's the bright spot. You fucking dickheads. I'm the only Iranian.
I can't fucking stop. Why? Oh my god! It shouldn't be funny at all, but
it's just so profound. I can't stop laughing.
Oh fuck!
It's really not funny at all. Oh shit. Okay, so
you know what you got to do in the lab after this. You got to give these people some context, so they're not just thinking random shit.
All right, so Iran are mentally strong.
Yes, or at least I think they are. You know, like when we were talking in the USA game today, we were texting the group chat. We were like, we really want to see how they perform after they equalized, because that is truly indicative. You know, like if you just kind of give up after one bad thing goes wrong, like how far is that going to take you? It's not going to take you far at all. But yeah, even in spite of your takes for Iran going through in second, looking, pretty shaky right now, I would say there's still definitely potential for them. 20% is still 20%.
Yeah, that's better than nothing. And I think to your point, at least they scored. Qatar didn't score when they were down 2-0. They immediately folded.
Immediately. They had folded previous to that, though.
Yeah, like an origami
they folded on the offsides goal. They got called back. They had already folded.
It was terrible. Yeah. They gave up. They were like, "This is it." I mean, you even saw it in the manager. The manager was just like, motherfucker was watching the whole game like this.
Yeah, it was like a mixture of disappointment and shock. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You can tell though. He's like, this is not what we were doing in training.
It's got to be heartbreaking to be, preparing for. When were they awarded the World Cup? 10 years ago? 12 years ago, maybe?
Over something? Yeah, 12 years ago.
Yeah, preparing this whole time for this one first showcase of a game to get an ass spanking by an old man.
Correct. Yes.
And
I don't know what Quieroz looked like when the goals were scored, but I'm sure that he's got some positive takeaways for the lads in the locker room. Yeah, I don't want to fucking reiterate it again, but I will. It takes some balls to do that, especially against an England squad who, in my opinion, has the most stacked roster in world football.
Oh, that's a hot take.
You think
that
so?
Is a hot take.
That's a very hot take.
They've got depth at just about every position.
But Southgate didn't bring all the depth. Yeah,
fuck Southgate and all that. But I mean, say what you want about him. The guy had everybody firing on all cylinders. I was feeling kind of bad for talking so much shit about him. I was in the gym the other day
I'll give you top
lifting,
5.
texting my English uncle, and I was lifting, and I was like, I mean, good luck, best of luck, because, I mean, that man, he's going to be the death of you. But I'm looking kind of foolish right now. So,
we will see.
Is there any hope in the fact that this is their toughest game? They got it out of the way. Yeah, it didn't go according to plan, but they don't play England again next. They play Wales. I kind of feel like, yes, it's 20% that they might go through, but if they get 6 points, they're through. Just beat the US and beat Wales. It won't be easy, but like, let's not act like they're playing the fucking Germans next. Like, these are winnable games. And let me tell you, you will never see Iran play this poorly again. Like, this might be a historic low in terms of single game performance, but good. You need those every once, every like couple decades, you need that ass whooping that's just like embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil's had it, Mexico's had it, US has had it, everybody's had it. So I think, and again, going off like what you said, Connor, the heart that they've shown, why can't they come out and beat Wales 2-1? Taremi looks on fire. Like, he just needs his keeper to goddamn save something. And they're right back in a second. And then it's final showdown against the U.S. on the final match day, just like they want. And then it's still in their hands.
Yeah.
Get that boy off the fucking screen. Jesus Christ, we're trying to make an episode.
No.
For God's sake.
Gotta edit that shit out.
He wanted the nicotine.
Jesus.
But yeah. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say no. I want to hear what you say first.
Too damn polite on this shit.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I was gonna ask if y'all saw that. I was gonna ask if y'all saw that Sardar Azmoun miss. Like Pickford saved it.
Yeah,
he was 1-on-1. It should have been 6. That should have been 6-2. Yeah, but he did not score. That was bad. That was really bad. Because then if he scores that, who knows what the penalty happens? But you lose 6-3. I'm like, we scored 3 against England, guys. Like, we can do this.
Yeah, we can do this against the U.S. and Wales. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's coming off an injury, right? So he's probably not 100% there. Obviously, physically, and it's got to be a little nerve-wracking coming into the game as a sub, where your team's down by 5 goals at that point. Yeah, and you're known as one of the top goal scorers on the team, and you're probably expected to do something. That's
a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. And I don't know. Smart money's on that he makes the next one.
Yes,
he needs to start. Him and Taremi need to start.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it's because he probably wasn't ready. But normally you think they play 5-3-2 with Taremi and Azmoun up top. Or some variation that keeps Azmoun as like an attacking midfielder.
Well, maybe we will see that against a less offensively aggressive team,
Maybe. It's going to be interesting when they play Wales. Because we're going to talk about the Wales game later, but Wales obviously are not a possession team, and Iran are not a possession team. So who knows? Like, it's going to be like, no, you take the ball. I don't want the ball. Like, we're trying to counterattack you guys,
Right.
That'll be interesting to see. Anything else y'all want to say about England or about Iran in this game?
I will say there's been like a lot of Jack Grealish press. Since he scored the goal. Just about him scoring in the celebration that he did afterwards, like the worm. He apparently dedicated that to like a child who has cerebral palsy, which apparently his younger sister, Jack Grealish's younger sister, has cerebral palsy. And it was just really, really heartwarming. I watched some of the videos and I was like, man, this guy's not as much of an asshole as I thought. So, yeah, I don't know. It'd be really cool to see a Jack Grealish renaissance here at this World Cup. Would be really cool.
Agreed. I'm glad he got a goal.
Yeah, I was happy for him.
Everybody
and
got
Sterling. Hold on, no, yeah, I do want to bring this up. Sterling's goal, Sterling's fucking goal. That was probably the most beautiful goal of the game.
It was a wonderful display of skill.
Was outstanding. A flying, almost karate kick. Like, that was gorgeous. Gorgeous, dude. And Chelsea is looking foolish right now.
Yeah. Expecting him, honestly, not to start this one.
No.
To come on as a sub to kind of get into the swing of things because if it's Chelsea.
He's Gareth Southgate's guy. He's Gareth Southgate's guy, and he's a huge leader for England. He's a huge leader for England.
And he usually performs for England.
He usually performs for England. Yeah. If the Euros is anything to go off of, he is one of the bright spots for England. I'm excited to see him going through. So